And this is taking a look at the final seconds of the Iowa-North Dakota game. Iowa with the big lead, holding the ball as the clock's winding down, but North Dakota is going to steal it and lay it in. Right there. Fran McCaffery, you want to talk about a guy who can flip his lid. How about that? Tells his team to walk off without shaking. Now, Fran McCaffery, wow. Timmy, you've been in this situation a million times on either side. Where you're holding the ball, or you're defending a team holding the ball as the seconds wind down, and the game is long in the balance. Is Fran McCaffery right to flip his lid to say, are you going to rip it from my kid and then lay it up? That's not good sportsmanship. So yeah. I'll show you some poor sportsmanship, and we're out of here. We ain't shaking hands.
I didn't watch this game. I got to be honest. So I don't know the whole story of this all.
That kind of tells it.
Yeah, but you don't know what went on throughout the game. I mean, you didn't watch this game either. I know you didn't. So
No.
you don't know how it played out. Were the referees, were they pissing him off? Was it a physical game? Did he thought North Dakota was being dirty at any point? Did they thought he took cheap shots at his team? When we see that play, I'm telling you right now, I know Fran McCaffery. I've covered him. I've met him. He recruited me. I know him inside and out. That play was the cherry on top to something bigger.
Okay, but boy.
And you can see the coach in North Dakota, he was pretty pumped. He went to count it. Run that back one more time. The steal, and as the kid lays it in, the coach in North Dakota, he goes count it.
Wow.
I think there's more to the story.
Okay.
I think there's more
If
to
that
the story.
play-
But watching the coach even do that, if Fran saw that, that could incite him.
Okay.
Watch the coach here.
Watching. What is that?
See, and I think that probably pissed Fran off a little bit. But I can imagine there was more to the story. And if there wasn't, then Fran's wrong. Fran needs to be a bigger person. And when he shakes he shakes that coach's hand, he says, I really thought that was Bush League.
Okay, but let me ask you, Timmy, because you played college basketball at the Big Ten, one of the best conferences in the country.
I mean, I was paying North Dakota $75,000
to come to the gym.
Correct.
Okay, you do that as sportsmanship. You're holding on to the ball in the final seconds because we have an 11-point lead. We're not trying to score. Isn't that kind of an unwritten rule of college hoops that we're just holding the ball? Sometimes they'll dribble it out literally, or sometimes you hand it to the referee with 5 seconds still to go. I mean, isn't that the unwritten rule that you just let it wind out and you don't defend that?
It's hard to say. I don't know if there's a definitive answer here. Because the ball was in North Dakota territory there, right? It's on their side of the floor. They're lost. I mean, they're going to play the very last second, right? Every coach says you play to the whistle, you play to the very last second. The game's not over till the clock reaches 0.0.
So let me throw it back on you as a player at Northwestern or at St. John's.
Yeah.
Were you ever in that situation where you're still guarding and trying to literally rip the ball out of an opponent's hand when the game is long decided and they clearly are not trying to make an offensive move?
I mean, you put me on the spot, and it's easy for me to sit up here and say that I wouldn't do that, but it's hard for me to say it.
But do you ever recall doing it?
I remember diving on like loose balls late in games because it mattered. Also, I wanted to show my teammates that the game wasn't over. And even though it was, and we're adults now, we can all sit up here and be like, oh, that kid's an idiot. Like, no, he's playing to the end of the horn, and the ball was there. He was able to knock the ball away. They scored.
I mean, he ripped it out of his hands.
Yeah, I mean, protect the basketball.
So you don't have a problem with that. So give me some elbows?
Or just dribble up to half court and but if you're just going to hold the ball in my own end and you're right in front of me and the ball's right there, yeah, I'm probably going to slap at it. But that again, that's me. I was an agitator.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know because that's why I asked you. You're our expert, and that's why you played big-time college basketball. I didn't know if there was an unwritten rule there that you just kind of don't guard at that situation.
If the ball is at half court, I mean, if the ball is dribbled up and the kid's dribbling in and out, but the guy's just holding the ball kind of there in front of you, yeah, I might have just took a swipe at it.
Just see me pop it out and get it cheap too?
Maybe.
Boy, McCaffrey, though. I mean, that guy, he can blow a gasket. You know him very well.
Yeah, he does a poor job of controlling his temper. And he's been lucky because they've had some exciting teams. They've had some teams that win, but that ultimately could be his downfall there in Iowa City.
All right. It's interesting they get the win tonight, but that won't be the story. The story of the game will be what we just showed you here at 120 Sports. I'm fascinated by that type of stuff. I can't wait. I'm sure there's going to be fallout from it.
I mean, we talk a lot about baseball during baseball
Oh,
season.
unwritten rules.
Unwritten rules. Ball's out there in front of you.
Write them down. Write down the
You
rules.
just want to hit it. Just hit the ball. Tap it.